The best camera bag still isn't a camera bag. I made a video talking about how the best camera bag isn't a camera bag, trying to make the case on how expensive camera bags are.
So I bought one to show you. This is the Peter McKinnon 25-liter everyday backpack. Even though it was pricey, I'm going to use this and compare it to the other use cases that you guys suggested on the last video. So in the last video, there were several suggestions from fishing vests, IKEA coolers, different bags. I wanted to test what you guys suggested against the Peter McKinnon everyday backpack so that I can make an excuse to the tax people that this is a business expense.
So we just got to Burnaby Lake. And now we're gonna go and grab some B-roll shots first, wide shots of the location. That's usually what we do when we're shooting a YouTube video or anything that consists of being in a location. I felt like it was getting a bit boring just being in the studio quite a bit, so I wanted to show like what the real environment looks like on a day-to-day basis here in Vancouver. It's pretty rainy, not gonna lie, but yeah.
Welcome to Burnaby Lake, home of the most concentrated and wealthiest photographers known to man. Here you can find retired old Asian men and women who spend money buying lenses you and I dream to afford. I thought that this scenario would be the best in showing the fishing vest or the hunting vest that I just got from Temu. But if we were to invest in a fishing vest, hunting vest, I think getting the good kind of material, the ones that are designed for fishing and hunting, should be a bit better. First impressions alone, the amount of stuff I have in this fishing vest or hunting vest is insane. The amount of stuff, accessories, cameras that I will pull out in a bit. But first impressions, amazing. I was honestly having doubts from the comment section whether or not this was a good option, but now I'm gonna try to start trusting you guys more with what you guys comment on the comment section, because definitely I will be adding this to a sort of hybrid approach where I'll use this in line with a smaller bag, because we'll talk about it in the cons of having this kind of fishing vest or hunting vest, that it can't really fit bigger lenses. Well, you wouldn't want to fit bigger lenses in here because that would be designed for having a bag, like the Peter McKinnon bag. You know how we mentioned in the first video that the unfortunate reality of camera bags is that camera bags look like camera bags and people want to steal from you. The first pro of this fishing vest is that in the right environment, or maybe if you live in Vancouver or British Columbia or in Canada in general, I think you can get away with just wearing this everywhere. Like, I don't think anyone would care. It kind of looks like workwear nowadays, because a lot of people are getting into workwear. If you look at Uniqlo, any of these stores are promoting workwear as a attire. So I think this will definitely blend in. And if people were to steal from you, it would have to go from getting you naked. Another pro that I see with using a fishing vest is that you have so many attachment points that you can put. You can have it here, here. There's just too many pockets that sometimes that can be a negative, where it's a bit overwhelming when I look for stuff. For example, I put a cover on my phone a while ago and I can't find it now, but look at the amount of stuff I'm gonna pull out right now, just so you guys have a concept or idea of how much stuff I have. I have 2 film cameras, mount here. It's just insane how much stuff. Another mount here, another accessory here. It's so overwhelming right now that if you really need the extra space, this would be the perfect thing to use. But obviously, not everything is perfect. So one of the cons that I see, or for the short time that I've been using this, is that it can really weigh you down if you're not heavy enough or you're not strong enough. So I guess that just gives you an incentive to maybe get stronger, or maybe have another bag to put the heavier stuff in and just have the, maybe mounts, accessories. That's what I'm planning to do with this setup right here. And I'm seeing some people walk soon here, so we're gonna grab some B-roll shots as well of all the birds and all the nature here. This place, the Burnaby Lake, is one of the most sought after bird photography places here in the Vancouver area. So many people go here just to shoot birds, and for the most part, it's also good scenery. and I'm gonna show you guys, because then there's urban landscape surrounding the whole place. So I'm gonna go grab you guys. Now, one of the bigger arguments I would say that you wouldn't want to wear a fishing vest is because if you slip, almost all your camera gear is going to end up with you on the ground and it's going to possibly break. So I think with that added extra protection, that's why I'm probably suggesting maybe have an extra sling bag, or maybe something a bit more different than this one, or a bit more safer than this one. One of the arguments I would say for having a camera backpack is that you can put your tripods in the proper place where they can be, and they'll be secure. You'll notice if you've used a regular backpack in place of a camera bag that having a tripod there, especially a bigger tripod, is a nightmare. Sometimes when you're lugging it around, maybe you're going places, you have to be somewhere, you're probably gonna be hitting people, and it's not a fun experience. Even with a good camera backpack, you still need a way to lock it in. So if you are a solo filmmaker like me, who depends on using tripods in order to film themselves, then I would highly suggest using a camera backpack. This backpack is the updated version where you can choose different colorways. You have this green one, where I like this one, it's like an army green, and then there's a coyote yellow or coyote orange, whatever that color is, and there's variable options to it. I'm gonna have a dedicated video talking about this camera bag soon, so stay tuned for that. Another argument that I would have for using a bit more pricier camera backpacks is if you're going through rough terrain or maybe rough environments. This isn't as rough as it can be here in Vancouver, however, it does rain.
I think I might go with a 24 to 50 so I can get wider shots. I didn't get too many shots. Resistant shoes, because in Vancouver, it never stops raining. That's why I think having a weather resistant anything, whether that's camera gear, overall thoughts of the Peter McKinnon backpack while I'm walking right now is that it's way more efficient for the top loading system in comparison to my Wandered one, because you don't have to unroll it.
However, during that rough terrain, that camera backpack will be the game changer on what can allow you to shoot. You go out and shoot anyways, or you just stay at home, which for me, if I'm going to invest in really good camera gear, I want to be able to use it even if the weather is bad. So that's where I think having a backpack like this, the Nomatic Peter McKinnon, because I think it's kind of good for this heavy rain or maybe this heavy terrain. So for the short time that I've had this bag, I've been using it right now in this shoot, and it's getting rained on, and it's amazing. It's actually repelling a lot of the rain and keeping the inside pretty dry, which it will take a bit more time in order to see if whether or not that stands the test of time. However, I'm having a good time right now and feels very, very comfortable using it. So another argument for using camera bags is that you are able to distribute the weight evenly for long periods of time. If you're shooting, or if you have bigger gear, maybe you go to these spots right here and have those bigger lenses, then having this is definitely going to help your back or your, just health in general, and be able to shoot longer for as much as you can. So there's definitely a price that you pay in order to get more out of your gear. However, I think it pays itself really well. You just gotta make that calculation whether or not you want to use a camera bag for these kinds of situations, or maybe you prefer something more everyday, which I kind of have already another video on that where we talk about the everyday backpack that I use. So this is the bag that the commenter suggested, but we'll go further. I'll just take a picture later. Okay, so basically the guy suggested use an IKEA cooler bag, but we didn't have time to go to IKEA. But look, this is what I have. This is I have my A7C2 Samyang 35mm f2.8, and I put an insert in there.
Whoa, what the fuck? Why is there a stain in there?
So the person filming right now is Mr. Tuesday.
Yep, it's Mr. Tuesday.
And we're at SFU.
My first time on set.
Okay. So the thing I like about here, like being in SFU in general, is that it's just gray. The guy basically said he has an insert in his IKEA cooler bag.
Wait, why the cooler bag?
Because I think
Cause the video I made was basically about not being showy that you have a camera bag. Like show them my camera bag.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then the idea is like, oh, just try not to get robbed. Try not to get robbed. One thing I'm also doing right now is I'm testing out Sony film simulations.
Yeah.
Basically, it's JPEGs, and so that I don't have to edit it raw. So I haven't been really shooting with the 35mm. It's pretty new, but it's a focal length that you can get lots of storytelling done. Mr. Tuesday is a music producer.
Yeah, check me out.
No Sleep Tuesday.
No sleep too.
Actually, why don't we use your beats on one of these?
Oh yeah, that was sick.
Let's have it at the background.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's probably playing right now in the background too. So have you seen like Brian, the boxing friend I have?
Yeah.
Like the clips.
Oh yeah,
This
it's
was here.
Oh yeah.
Over
Right.
like over
Oh,
there
that's
at that side.
That's cool.
Yeah. So trying to like do street photography. Ooh. Film simulation type. Only thing is like, you know what I'm always worried about?
What?
It's not recording. That's
Oh,
the thing
yeah.
I'm always worried about.
We're talking for like 1 hour.
Yeah, like right now, you have noise cancellation on you,
Yeah. Oh,
I think.
it's like new or used?
No, used. And then I bought this thing from China for $50 or like
China?
40 bucks. AliExpress.
Oh, it's-
This
But
shit, this
how much is this original?
original probably like 300. So the thing is like this thing costs like 1/4.
Oh, what
Of
is
this
that?
shit.
What is that thing?
It's just a hood, bro.
Oh, fuck.
It has,
It's cold.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's like, oh. It's like trying to do crimes, bro.
Yeah. Bro, this view is insane. That's why the times that I used to go here,
Yeah.
it was like bearable because it actually looks decent
Right.
here. But then when it snows, bro, so disgusting.
This thing freeze up in the winter? Or
Yeah, actually it does.
can skate and
Now the pros of this cooler thing is that it's very discreet. I would say that since it's discreet, I don't think you'll get robbed as much. But there is still that, possibility
you might get jumped.
that after the thieves watch our videos, they're gonna know like, oh, that guy bring the IKEA cooler. They're gonna jump you now.
Yeah.
But
Just watch out for 3 guys with black hoodies.
yeah. And then going into other pros, I would say that you can put any insert as well. I got this from a Nat Geo bag, sponsor us. But the cons, I think the cons, if you're not bringing like a EDC or everyday carry like type of camera and you bring a big enough camera that it might cost you if you drop it, then I would definitely suggest having, a more pricier bag that you can lug around and then all your investments will be there. Because there's nothing worse than having a backpack or having a bag and then you're not sure if you're protecting your camera gear. Especially in the weather right now, this is actually very rare, right, Mr. Tuesday?
Yeah.
Usually it's raining. It's actually really cold right now for what we're doing, but
Yeah, usually we don't come out.
I agree. So we're gonna go grab more shots. Oh, someone's shooting right now. That's pretty sick. One thing I have as well on the Samyang is that I have a CPL. So a CPL, you know what a CPL is?
Collaborative.
So basically,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see this, Mr. Tuesday, but you see that it's reflecting, right? You can cut it out like that. You can cut it out. Depending on the strength and your position, you can cut out the reflection.
Right.
So if you're a little bit of a naughty boy and you want to see through like a car glass,
Oh,
this is what you would want, so that you can see through, naughty
like a
things.
reflection.
Yeah.
So
But
water too, or?
yeah, water. So you know how if the light hits the water, it can get
Yeah.
when it's
like-
wavy.
Yeah.
can be a little bit distracting, so you can like cut it out.
Okay, let's put this to the test and find the car.
Oh, we can do it through the window.
Oh yeah, let's go.
So we're
cooked.
we filmed the camera bag. Close that real quick, and then we also compared this cooler bag with this insert. And
Honestly, I would buy it.
yeah, I mean, you already have it probably at your home.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I have 2 of them.
It's the only insert. Like, you just need an insert, and then you need like a camera, and then that's about it. What else? We also filmed about the lens. I had fun filming with the lens.
Me too.
It's pretty small. It's pretty compact. And then with regards to shooting for this backpack and stuff, that was really fun with Mr. Tuesday. Oh shit, they're biking. Anyways, we're gonna wrap things up.
Yeah. Stab it up and finish it.
Everyone, please subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. Subscribe to
Next week Sunday.
Ice, you know.
Next week Sunday is gonna be the next video. So.
Can you say it?
Yeah. Dude.
Killed it.